Quiet Journey, Cyprus. Welcome to Quiet Journey, the channel where we wander slowly, listen deeply, and discover the hidden beauty of the world, one country at a time. Today we'll take you on a calm and poetic exploration of Cyprus, an island rich in history, scent, and sunlight, where east meets west, and every breath holds a memory. So find a quiet place, settle in, and let yourself drift. Imagine yourself arriving at the edge of the Levantine Sea, in that tender hour before sunrise, when the island of Cyprus is wrapped in a delicate blue haze. You step onto ancient soil, not hurried, but slowly, letting the air fill your lungs with salt and jasmine and the faint memory of distant lands. For a moment you simply stand, watching as the light grows above olive groves and wild hills, the sky shifting from indigo to rose. The world is quiet, but beneath the silence pulses the rhythm of centuries, of myth and longing, of the many journeys that have come before you. You walk down a winding path between twisted olive trees, their trunks old as memory, their leaves whispering in the gentle morning breeze. A nightingale sings from a hidden perch, joined by the first sleepy notes of a shepherd's flute somewhere in the distance. Far below, the sea shimmers, a vast mirror catching the first threads of gold. The coastline curves in secret coves and long, slow beaches of pale sand. Cypress trees stand tall against the lightening sky, and beyond them rise mountains, still wrapped in dawn. You follow the path down, feeling the stones beneath your feet, passing ancient terraces built by hands long vanished. There is a stillness here, but not emptiness. Instead, it is the quiet fullness of a land that has known gods and empires, poets and pilgrims, traders and farmers. The island waits, breathing softly, as if inviting you to listen, to notice, to remember. The first village stirs awake. Whitewashed houses with blue shutters and terracotta roofs huddle along the hillside. A rooster crows. The smell of wood smoke and warm bread drifts through narrow alleys. You watch as an old woman, wrapped in a faded apron, opens her door to sweep the threshold. She nods to you, her eyes shining with kindness. Soon others appear. A fisherman mending his nets, a girl balancing a basket of figs, an old man rolling dice in the shade of a plane tree. The day unfolds in small, gentle gestures. You step into a small cafe. The sun rises higher, washing the fields and hills in gold. Beyond the village, you follow a dusty road through citrus orchards and vineyards heavy with promise. The scent of oranges blossoms thick on the air, mingling with wild thyme and sage. Workers bend in the morning light, hands gentle on the vines, humming old songs that rise and fade with the wind. You pass an ancient church, its stone walls cool and mossy, icons flickering in candlelight. A priest sweeps the steps, murmuring prayers for another day. Swallows dart in and out of the belfry. You step inside, breathing the quiet, letting the painted saints watch over you. Here, faith is deep and silent, rooted in earth and sky and the passage of countless seasons. Back outside, you wander into the fields, where farmers tend rows of potatoes and halloumi is made fresh, pressed into woven baskets and left to cool beneath the shade. A woman waves you over, offers a slice still warm from the way, and laughs as you taste the salt and the sun in every bite. Children run barefoot, playing with sticks, their laughter clear and bright in the morning air. Further along, you find the ruins of a temple, stones scattered like a forgotten language among poppies and asphodel. You stand alone among the columns, feeling the old stories rise from the earth. Aphrodite born from sea foam, Apollo's laurel groves, the wars and treaties, the feasts and festivals, all lingering here like breath. The wind picks up, carrying a whisper of song. You continue on, walking through a small market that bustles beneath a canopy of grapevines. Baskets overflow with olives, pomegranates, carob pods, and herbs. Vendors greet you with open hands, offering tastes of pastelli, carob syrup, fresh figs. The market is alive with music and color, old men bargaining, women laughing, children chasing stray cats beneath the stalls. It feels at once ancient and timeless, a gathering of the island's memory. As midday approaches, you make your way to the shore. The sea glows in a dozen shades of blue, waves curling gently over pale sand. Fishermen haul in their nets, voices low and easy. You sit in the shade of a tamarisk tree, eating bread, cheese, and olives, watching as the boats drift out and the sun dances on the water. A turtle surfaces, looks at you with ancient eyes, then sinks back into the blue. The world breathes, slow and wide. The heat of the afternoon settles softly over the land. You follow the coastline, walking where the waves have smoothed the stones. On one side, sea daffodils bloom in the sand. On the other, cliffs rise in layers, their faces marked by time and sun. You pause to rest beneath a cave, cool and dark, listening to the hush of water and the distant call of gulls. You imagine the footsteps of travelers and pirates, merchants and exiles, all those who came before, each leaving something of themselves behind. Farther along, you come to a small harbor, its water clear and green, ringed by fishing boats painted in faded blues and reds. A fisherman calls you over, offering a cup of zivania and a story. He tells of storms and lucky catches, of saints who watch over the sea, of weddings celebrated with music that lasts until dawn. You toast together, laughing, letting the spirit warm your chest. In the shade, an old woman shells almonds, her hands moving quickly, surely. She tells you how the island's flavors are layered: lemon and rosewater, cinnamon and cumin, mint and olive oil. She gives you a slice of burekia, sweet with Anari cheese and dusted with icing sugar, and you eat, grateful, letting the sweetness linger. Afternoon drifts into evening. You find yourself wandering narrow streets, their walls bright with bougainvillea and the painted blues of shutters and doors. Everywhere there is music, the distant twang of a lauto, a boy practicing the violin, the soft hum of women singing as they prepare for the evening meal. The scent of roasting lamb and baking bread fills the alleys. You are invited to a table, a place set for you among strangers who are not strangers for long. The meal is slow, abundant, meze upon meze, plates of grilled octopus, olives, halloumi, tarama salata, moussaka, souvlaki, artichokes and lemon, tomatoes glistening with oil and sea salt. Wine flows, laughter rises. Stories are traded, memories woven, friendships made. As the stars emerge overhead, you lean back, content, listening to the slow song of the island night. Night settles over Cyprus with a gentleness that feels almost sacred. The air is cool, the sky deep and bright with stars. In the villages, lanterns flicker on stone steps, and the scent of night-blooming jasmine floats on the breeze. You walk along quiet lanes, passing chapels where candles burn for the departed, and courtyards where families gather around glasses of brandy and bowls of fruit. The night is alive with voices, with stories, with the patient heartbeat of the island. Somewhere, a festival is beginning. Drums sound in the darkness, joined by the clapping of hands and the trill of a flute. You follow the music, drawn by laughter and the glow of firelight. The square is alive with dancers, young and old, feet stamping, skirts swirling, faces radiant. The music is ancient and wild, songs of harvest and hope, of longing and return. You are pulled into the circle, your steps awkward at first, then easy, buoyed by the rhythm and the warmth of the crowd. Later, you wander out beneath the olive trees, the festival a distant hum behind you. The world is quiet again, wrapped in darkness and the soft chorus of crickets. Above you, the stars spill across the sky, the same stars that guided sailors and lovers, poets and prophets for thousands of years. You lie back in the grass, feeling the earth cool beneath you, listening to the island breathe. You dream of old cities, Nicosia's winding alleys, ancient walls split by history but alive with hope. Larnaca's salt lake shining in the sun, flamingos stepping through water pink as dawn. Paphos, where mosaics tell stories of gods and mortals. Kyrenia's harbor, watched by the shadow of a ruined castle. You dream of forests in the Troodos, where waterfalls slip down mossy stones, and monks chant in hidden monasteries. Morning comes with a hush of gold. You wake to the song of doves and the gentle stirring of the wind through pine and cypress. You wander into the hills, following paths that twist through vineyards and cherry orchards. the air sweet with blossom and dew. An old shepherd greets you, shares a slice of bread and goat cheese, tells you in broken English of wolves and eagles, of long winters and sudden spring. You walk on, finding shade in cool ravines, discovering pools fed by ancient springs. Here, time feels slow and circular, each season a turning, each day a small return. In hidden villages, women bake bread in clay ovens, dusting each loaf with sesame. Men play backgammon under vine-draped pergolas, sipping thick coffee and debating the world in low, rolling voices. You visit a monastery perched on a mountainside, its walls covered in centuries-old frescoes, its gardens filled with roses and bees. On a festival day, you join the procession through the village, banners streaming, priests swinging censers, children scattering flower petals. Music and laughter fill the air, the old and the young united in joy. There are dances and feasts, games and stories. The whole island seems to celebrate saints and harvest, new life and old memories, hope that endures. You return to the sea as the sun lowers, bathing the world in honey light. You swim in water clear as glass, feeling weightless, free. On the sand, you rest beside fishermen, mending their nets, listening to stories of storms and calm, of journeys begun and ended, and begun again. As your time in Cyprus draws to a close, you feel yourself changed. The island has woven itself into you, in the taste of figs and honey, in the softness of olive wood, in the slow, easy laughter of strangers. You have learned to walk gently, to listen closely, to let the days unfold. You climb once more to a high place where the island spreads before you in blue and green and gold. The sun sets, casting long shadows over fields and ruins, villages and sea. The world feels ancient and new all at once. You realize that Cyprus is not just a place, but a weaving of histories and hopes, of music and longing, of sun and salt and earth and love. Its stories live in the land, in the voices of its people, in the quiet hush before dawn, and the wild joy of a festival night. You sit for a long moment, breathing in the silence, the light, the memory of all that has passed. And as night falls, you walk back toward the village, heart open, spirit full. If you enjoyed this quiet journey, consider subscribing to the channel for more calm explorations of the world. Leave a comment if you have thoughts, suggestions, or a country you'd love us to visit next. And if this brought you a moment of stillness, a like would mean the world. Thank you for walking slowly with me. Until next time.